that kind of lifestyle, a humble lifestyle, then what happens is you are more easily able to adopt those values. It is very difficult to get rid of ego in life. ਹੋਮੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਟਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਵਿੱਚ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੇ ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਲਾ ਪੋਸਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਪੈਂਪਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ. Somebody who has been brought up with a life of ego, they might be very religious. I've met a lot of people, no disrespect, who wear the bana, they do jap, they do simran, they do a lot of these things, but they are unable to detach themselves from too much of the materialism in the world. They're unable to do that because it's just that, and that's the main thing of the caste system. The caste system is not only about discrimination. The caste system is also the fact that this was a problem not for the lower castes, because they were humble, they had no problem. The problem was because of to the higher caste. They're the ones who had to put the effort, break their ego. And I don't want to cause disrespect, but in the history, the vast majority of the Guru's sevaks came from those backgrounds. And the so-called higher castes, let's say in Punjab, the Jat community, they were the so-called Sajdars. Now, what has happened is that has reversed. I'm not going to get into the controversies of the history, but suffice it to say that जो भाई साहब ने होना क्या कि अंबेडकर वाल टाइम उन्होंने पहले Gurmat nu चुनिया सीगा. He chose Gurmat because of the path of promise of equality, right? His nephew converted, had Amrit. They set up a Sikh center in Mumbai. But what happened was that the communities, the people who control the politics and the religion in Punjab today are not the Brahmins, but they are the different community. They are the Jats, right? They own 95% of the land, whereas the lower castes in Punjab are virtually landless. They are, working as majdoor, labor class. They face extreme discrimination. So jo paisa hune nu tusi kya si ke north vich thoda improvement ho gaya, but I would argue that in Punjab the situation of lower caste is actually worse. So I want to put it there because we have to accept the fact sanu manna parda ke jo guru kende sige, jo guru da hukum hai, mainstream society kar nahi pae. And ऐ कोई नवी गल नहीं भी है. कई 200-300 साल तो इस तरह हो रहा. मिसाल सिस्टम वो भी जट पलांदे से गए. So the main point over here is that if you want to make a commitment to people, we have to also reflect on ourselves. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਚਣਾ ਪੜਦਾ, ਖੋਜਣਾ ਪੜਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਦੇ ਦੌਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ. ਤੇ ਜੋ ਉੱਚ ਨੀਚ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਐ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਬਸ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਬਦਲ ਕੇ if you stop talking about caste, then everything disappears. The issue is that you have to also change your mentality, and that's the problem for the higher castes, right? जो अमीर बंदे हैगे हैं, जो जमीन मालिकदार होंदे हैं, ਉਹ ਹੋਮੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਛੱਡਣਾ ਪੜਦਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੜਦਾ, ਛੱਡਣਾ ਪੜਦਾ, ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੜਦਾ. ਜੋ ਗਰੀਬ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਮੇਰੇ ਵਕਨ I get along really well with humble, hardworking people. They are the kind of people who are practical, right? जो गुरमत दी गल होंदी है, practical गल होंदी है, ते ਉਹ ਲੋਕੀ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਆ, ਫਟਾਫਟ ਸਮਝਦੇ. ਜੋ ਵੀ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰੀ ਕਰਦਾ, ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਦਾ, simple life ਜੀਂਦਾ, ਉਹ ਸਮਝਦਾ, ਫਟਾਫਟ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਗੱਲ. They are easily able to understand the practical aspect of Gurmat. So that is why my personal interest is thoda zameen laake. I am talking to one Singh in the UK who's got about 100 acres in Tamil Nadu. He's willing to donate this land for the purposes of organic farming and a Sikh community. I've offered this land many times to Mr. Jeevan Malla as well. Keval Singh nu bhi pata hoga is zameen de bare. My interest, I have a background in Ayurveda. I have a background in organic farming. I have a background in Puratan Rahit Gurmat. I write articles. I do research on kis tarah Puratan sab kuch banda sega, hatto banda sega. Main khadar bananda. I do charkha. I make all these things by hand. because I'm interested not just in the past, but in something which was historical part of our culture. And a lot of these cultural aspects are gone in Punjab today. Hun Punjab vich puratan sabhyachar jo jananiyan baith ke khaddar banande sige, khes banande sige, jo puratan sabhyachar sega wo bhi khatam ho gaya ho je. Te the idea is that I'm fully supporting Jeevan Singh ji, Jeevan Malla ji, and I hope that we can start something definitely in Tamil Nadu. But my benti is that, you know, we don't make the same mistake as in what happened to Ambedkar, because Ambedkar wasn't just, you know, sent away. Yes, ठीक है, उस टाइम जो जथेदार वगैरह सिंह सगे उन्होंने मना करते, उन्होंने सोचा से कि लाखों करोड़ों दलित आएंगे तो फिर उन्हों दा पॉलिटिकल पावर कट हो जाऊगा, है ना? ते हजे भी वो चलाते हैं STPC वगैरह, वही चलाते हैं बंदे. Say the political power is something which is a fact of life, and we have to accept that. Do not believe in SGPC. I think it is a fraud organization, and I believe that the power should be in the hands of Panch Pyare. And मैं एक बंदा हैगा जो कोई जथे दे नाल मैं जुड़दा नहीं, हर जथे दे नाल मैं जुड़दा, मैं सांझा हैगा बंदा. भाई बख्शीश सिंह दे नाल मेरी वधिया गल हुंदी है, निहंग सिंह दे भी नाल मेरी वधिया गल हुंदी है, नामधारिया दे नाल मेरी गल हुंदी है. मैं एक बंदा हैगा जो हर कोई संगत मैं गुण देखदा, मैं ऐ नहीं देखदा कि ठीक है बंदा मांस खांदा, मांस नहीं खांदा, ऐ करदा, वो नहीं करदा. मैं सोचना कि ਅਸੀਂ बिखर गए हैं, we are broken, and if we combine our efforts together, everyone has something positive. ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਾਗ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਾਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਹਿਤ ਹੈਗਾ, and ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਾਵ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਦਲਿਤ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਬਹੁਜਨ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, these humble hard working people, they have the main thing which is required for Gurmat, that is the nimrata. That is the humbleness and dedication to serve. And that is just a fact of life. So, मैं थोड़ा जा बेनती करदा कि if we talk about the caste system and all that, let's talk more about the, you know, the humbleness, right? And that is my interest. Is Guru no chaida sega humble, nimratadari sevadar. So let us support the communities. It's not just about discrimination. Of course, we are against that. But in Punjab, there's a huge amount of discrimination. So we can't be two-faced about it and make promises to Tamils. We're in Punjab, you know, where we're, you know, turning a blind eye towards the truth over there. Ambedkar looked at this, he saw the discrimination, and he himself decided that he's not going to join it. He joined Buddhism instead, in which there is no such caste discrimination. So in theory, Gurmat promises something, magar aajkal jo Sikhism chalande hai Punjab vich, ਉਸ ਮਾਰਗ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਫੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਾਸਟ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਵਿੱਚ, ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟੀਕਲ ਕੁਝ ਔਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. What I mean to say is that I'm interested in Guru's dharamshalas. I have a great interest in supporting tribal communities, Dalit communities. I have a great interest in creating Guru's dharamshalas. I have a great interest in supporting Tamil culture. Tamil is a rich culture. I have a great interest in supporting Jeevan Malla ji. I have met him personally. He's a really good person. He's doing a great job. ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ discussion ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰਮਤ ਦੇ ਦੌਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, and let's talk about what the Guru wants from us, and let's also talk about at the same time recognizing that these caste issues is a huge problem in Punjab, and we have to also simultaneously solve problems in our own house and whilst helping others as well. So in the long term, what happens is people come from different states to Punjab, they're discriminated against. So ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਾਲੇ ਕੁਲੋਟੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਚੰਨੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਮੱਛੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ. So there is this huge issue of racism and discrimination. And if you live in Punjab in villages, you will notice that you cannot have langar from the same plate. Alag alag gurdware ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. There's huge amount of these issues, which should not be there, and it was never there in Gurmat. जो Sikhism आज पंजाब ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਹ ਚੋਰ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਚੱਲ ਪਿਆ. What I mean to say is that मैं बेनती करदा that let's focus on building a साध संगत सांझा जो होवे हर कोई जथा आवे ते दलित community ਅਸੀਂ recognize ਕਰੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਪੁਰਾਤਨ ਸਮੇਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸੇਵਕ ਬਣਨ ਲਈ ਤਿਆਰ ਲਾਇਕ ਸੀਗੇ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ because of their humble qualities and their dedication. And so let's welcome and recognize that, and of course not make the same mistake which was happened to Ambedkar Sahib. But to solve those issues, we have to also solve our own problems and fully let go of the discrimination of the caste system, not just in name, but really, Jats in Punjab have to start handing over their land back to the Dalits, right? Unhone chhinya sega. Nobody in any country in the world owns 95% of the land. Dalit plus OBC in Punjab are 67%, and they own almost zero. So somebody has to, put their money where their mouth is and say, Theko ji, tera, 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 Guru Nanak da aisega, tera, 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 mera kuch nahi aega. Te je koi ਜਥੇਦਾਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਠਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੈਗਾ they should start saying let's equalize society ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਰਦਾ society ਨੂੰ let's distribute everything, let's plant trees ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੁਦਰਤ ਜਗ ਮਾਤਾ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਗੱਲ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਡੀਪ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ I just want to say that I am fully supportive of Jeevan Mala. My idea of a Khalsa is when everyone from all the directions are living a humble life according to Gurmat. Te main practical gal karda. I am not going to go into very complicated things. What Gurbani says this, Gurbani says that. Ultimately, the message of Gurbani is to share, live humbly, and holy loki nu samajh aandi hai. Vaddi vaddiya gal jo Guru ਕਹਿੰਦਾ